Welcome to the Empowering Choices podcast. My name is Joshua.
I am Lucas.
And I'm Erik.
Erik and Lucas are licensed professional counselors, and this is our episode between Christmas and New Year's.
So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's.
Yeah.
We're just going to cover everything.
A little of both. And so I kind of thought what we could do is we could just say very quickly, if you have any traditions that you do during this time. I think traditionally as a child, I just enjoyed being out of school.
That was your tradition?
That was my tradition. Just like I had some presents and toys and then I could play with them. But I think as an adult, I do enjoy I still stay up and I see the new year come in. And this may be very silly for as an adult, but you guys know the game Animal Crossing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, one of my favorite New Year's just a couple years ago, like everyone was playing that in my family, like my sister and my wife. And so what we did was we had, instead of watching the New Year's thing, we actually had a Nintendo Switch hooked into the TV with Animal Crossing, and all of our characters were in the same game, and we were all standing in front of the thing, and then like fireworks went off. Very silly, very silly.
You watched the New Year come in over Animal Crossing?
Exactly. So
has this become a tradition now, or it just happened once?
It only happened once, but I keep trying to relive it, so I'm hoping I can bring it back this year as a tradition. It's much better than what's on TV, believe me.
Well, I mean, like, it is kind of a really interesting tradition of, we have a big, like, mechanical ball that drops in New York City.
Right.
Like, what's that? I mean, can you at least drop it so it breaks or something?
Right, do something
I mean,
cool.
it's just, where do they even store that thing the rest of the year anyway?
No, it's weird. But yeah, what do you guys have anything special?
I'm trying to think, like, when I was thinking about approaching this episode, I'm like, what were the things that I always looked forward to at Christmas? Yeah. And it's kind of silly, but it's the thing that I always think of is when we did Christmas, when my grandparents were the ones who hosted it. My grandpa has since passed, and my grandma is unfortunately no longer mentally with us. But they always used to, as a part of Christmas dinner, get these sausages from a local butcher, I think would be the correct word.
Okay.
Yeah. And just literally when I think of Christmas traditions, I'm like, I want those again. Like as a kid, that was the thing.
That's it, yeah.
Because they were like these, if you think of like the word bratwurst, right? It was like these big, like, I don't know, like Christmas sausage. That's in my brain. That's what Christmas dinner needs to be, right? Okay. So I don't know. You may have like turkey or ham or whatever else that you do for Christmas, but the Christmas sausage is where my childhood memory lives. And obviously they smell delicious when you're like heating them up in the oven. Totally. Yeah, that would be what I think of.
Great way to bring in the new year. Erik, are you doing bratwurst sausage at midnight?
I'm not doing any bratwurst sausage at midnight. That's an interesting thought. You know, I wonder what that tastes like. Yeah.
The delicious.
I kind of got that.
Delicious.
You would say that.
Oh my God, I can taste them right now. I mean, frick.
Christmas wise, I mean, I was thinking about this the other day because, I mean, honestly, the Christmas season has always been my ultimate favorite time of the year. Right. I love different things that are associated with it. I love the music that gets associated with it. Yeah. But I was like, it seems like it's been different in the past, years than it was in childhood. And one of the things that I realized was missing is caroling. I always loved going caroling as a kid. I also lived in a snowy area, and so that plays a part to it. And you would always end up at a caroler's house, and you have hot chocolate, and you have all the
and hopefully figgy pudding.
Oh no, not that word. It was in America, not in England, and so it had all of our goodies that were really good, And so that part for me hasn't been there in the most recent years.
You've got a whole new neighborhood you could go caroling.
Yes, I do have that. Do you know how many people carol these days?
Almost none.
Yeah, it's going to be a solo is what it's going to be. And I'm pretty sure people will pay not to have that happen after I do it the first year.
Well, it's actually, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, you're volunteering? Making a duet?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, okay.
I'll drive the van.
Okay, so we're putting together some caroling here.
This sounds like it's turning into a bank heist, not a... Anyway.
Or a band heist.
Yeah. Wow.
One of the things that I do every year is I will see most of the video productions of A Christmas Carol.
Oh, all of the different
All of
382
the-
versions?
I don't know. There's quite that many.
No, I'm sure there is.
Because there's Ridley Scott's and there's all
Are
the
you
ones
sure
that
that's
just,
the right director? That does not sound right.
Yeah, thanks for calling me out on that. Yeah, it wasn't Ridley Scott.
I'm terrible at
Yeah.
film, but I'm pretty sure that the guy who produced Alien did not also produce A Christmas Carol.
No, you're right, and I was getting to that, but it wasn't formulating in my mind.
Robert
I mean,
But-
I'd,
yeah,
like,
thanks.
I'd
Yeah.
like to see the Ridley Scott
That'd
version of A
be-
Christmas Carol now.
I think it would be Krampus something.
yeah, I was gonna say we need to propose this. Yeah,
Right? Yeah. No. So I'm going to skip the who directed them, but I will see those, and I will get this name right. I usually always end on Patrick Stewart's,
the objectively the best one.
which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
And may even see it a couple of times. My wife will put in Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we'll see that. I'm
love
surprised
that.
we actually haven't seen it yet since, we're in the holidays, but we'll see that a couple of times, in there. And then for New Year's, I'm always there going, can I go to bed yet? Can I go to bed yet? Okay, it's dropping. Yeah, but it's going to be, can I just go to bed? I don't care.
Who's the one keeping you awake, telling you that you need to be there?
Well, the rest of my family.
Just all of the rest of them. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
they're
not
like,
just
oh
one.
yeah, we should see this. I'm like, it's the same thing we saw last year.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, but it's a new year, but it's the same old ball.
What you tell them is that you can just watch it live, and that means in our time zone it'll be 3 hours earlier than New York, and you got to go to bed early.
Yeah, I've tried that. Yeah, it doesn't exactly work. So it drops. I go to bed. I mean, that's just not, since I was like 13, because when I was a kid, all of these New Year's celebrations seemed to be so fun, and you had such good food. And yes, I could create that for myself again, but at the same time, it just doesn't hold the same thing. It's like, it's just another day.
Staying up until midnight's just not your jam.
Not for a ball.
We need a good reason to keep
I
you
need
up
a
until
good
midnight.
reason to
If
stay
you
up.
can get a channel I think it's out of Mississippi, they do the moon pie drop. Like the moon pies.
Better be a big one.
Yeah, and it's a huge moon pie.
And then do they let it go splat?
No, it's not that exciting. It's like a big moon pie, and they just lower it.
You
But-
were just
So it's
telling
like
me,
a big
Josh.
ball shaped in a moon pie.
yeah.
Yeah, you were
Okay.
just telling me that I have to see it, and then you just completely undercut your entire. No, it's really not all that exciting, but you got to see it.
It's
I
better.
wanna go- anyway.
It's better than watching the ball drop. So, anyways,
I mean, if there's like a moon pie eating contest at the bottom, you have to
there might
eat it on the
be.
way down.
Yeah.
I don't know, something.
there might be, but yeah, any of our listeners in the southern United States, make sure you check that out. So.
There you go.
Yeah, so I think one of the key things that we always just like to talk about is it's fun to have traditions and to build things. They're fun to do that with a family, and kids really look forward to that kind of stuff. And so anything that you can do, it doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be, the family went to, you don't have to go actually, just anything that you can do that is fun for the family and fun for the kids, they will look forward to. And for me and my family, I'm hoping that becomes Animal Crossing. New Year.
Josh is trying to institute
I'm gonna
a
bring it
family
back
tradition.
this year. I'm gonna bring it back. So, all right. Well, hey, we hope that you had a wonderful Christmas and that you have a wonderful New Year. And we will see you on the next episode. Make sure to check out our website, empoweringchoices.community, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.